Good morning to you all, wherever you're watching us from, and welcome to another episode of Beyond the Surface. And I am your host, Tolulope Akinyemi, and of course, I'm not here alone. I'm here with my co-host, Joy. Joy,
good morning to you. It's another beautiful one, and of course, the weather is treating us right. Even though some of you are saying you don't like this weather, you better like it before it ends.
Exactly.
Before we'll go back to eat, and everyone is eating up. Thank you so much for joining us today. Of course, I am Joy Akinola, and we are here to serve you more on Beyond the Surface. Thank you for joining.
All right, so today we'll be talking about personal development. What is personal development? What are the importance of personal development, and why do we need to personally develop ourselves? That's what we're going to be talking about in this episode. Joy, what do you think personal development generally is all about?
Oh, all right. Personal development to me is you looking inward and focusing on ways to better yourself.
Exactly.
Looking inward and focusing on, okay, you're seeing this aspect of yourself and you're like, I think I need to grow this about myself. That's my thought about personal development. And of course, it helps us increase our self-awareness. We have the ability to improve ourselves while developing ourselves in whatever aspects we have decided to look inward to. So that's personal development for me.
Of course, when we talk about personal development, I would say, what are you? Like, what is the purpose of your existence? What are your passion? What are you passionate about? What do you enjoy doing? And if you've discovered exactly what you enjoy doing, how best can you improve on that particular thing to being the best version of yourself? Just like Joy said. Now, before talking about personal development, you have to ask yourself, who are you? What do I enjoy doing? What is my purpose on this earth? Once you've discovered that thing, special thing, of course, everyone living on this earth has a particular skills or a special talent that God has, deposited in one or two persons. And how well you are able to utilize it will determine how successful you're going to be on earth. And that is why we're talking about personal development. Once you discover that particular skill you're good at, you enjoy doing, then you have to move to how to improve on that particular skill to getting the best version of it. And that is what personal development is all about. And we have different areas of personal development. We'll be talking about that today. But before moving to that, we have to talk about benefits of personal development. Why do I need to improve on that particular skill? Since it's God's talent, since it's my personal skill, why do I need to? Now, that is where branding comes into place. You would see a market woman selling a particular product like, let me say, pure water. Okay, let me use pure water as an example. It's a perfect example. Now, in the olden days, they sell pure water, but they do not call it pure water. They call it ice water. Now, ice water, they just pour water inside a nylon bag and they put it inside a refrigerator for it to freeze, and then they move on. And then the next one, and then something came up. A particular set of people saw this initiative and they were like, okay, we can do this thing in a more better way, and that is why pure water came into place. Now, you can see pure water in the root sense. Pure water adds, like, different people are doing pure water now in a very, very unique way. Do you understand me? That is one of the benefits of personal development and branding. Now, I would ask you, if you see pure water and ice water, which one would you go for? Now, moving on to a higher level, when it comes to water, we're still talking about water. When it comes to water, now moving from pure water, you hear of bottled water, right? Now, bottled water is a more advanced and specialized way of branding, of personal development. That means that this is what people are doing. This is an initiative. People are doing it. But what other thing can I do with this thing, and in a special way, and it will command even much more results? Now, you will see that people rebranded water and they call it table water. They call it table water. Why? Because table water is more presentable than pure water, and pure water is more presentable than ice water, and so is their value. So the more you improve on yourself, the more value you are adding to yourself. And the more value you're adding to yourself, the more results you get. Now, if you want to get a bottle of water costs at least 100 naira minimum, but you can get some of 150, 200. Pure water costs 10 naira. Look at the difference. You can see that. So that is what personal development will do for you. When you take personal development so important in your life, in whatever you're doing, you will see that you are getting more value. You are increasing in value, and then you are also getting much more results beyond every other person. So that is what will distinct you. Now, every other person, like everyone has particular skills, and no skill is special anyway, because people are doing different things. Everybody are doing, in fact, whatever skills you are doing now, someone has done it before, or someone is doing it already. So what can you do to be a best version of yourself, to do it in a more productive way and get more results, is personal development.
You're sure of whatever path you want to go, then you have to structure a development goal. Now, if you do not structure these things, you see that you start rising and you keep falling back. You have to be sure of whatever you want to develop yourself on. When you are sure of this, you make it a routine on your behalf to make sure you're doing everything right at every moment. You make sure that you're full. If you just, let me use, of course, a little example of, maybe you want to lose weight. You have to be genuine in you wanting to lose weight. By that, you make a routine. Okay, I'm going to eat this type of food. I'm not going to eat this type of food. I'm going to eat late. I'm not going to eat late. You start to make decisions. Decision starts to come in when you structurize your plan for developing yourself. After this, you make sure that you're doing that thing. It is very, very easy to say, I want to lose weight. But when it's time for you to work it out, when it's time for you to keep up to those things that will make you lose that weight, that is when the real task comes in. And that is when we know if you're truly and really genuine in you wanting to lose weight. Now, bringing it back to whether your purpose, your brand, maybe you already have a purpose, you already have a brand, you already have that skill, or you want to even start learning that skill, or you already have that career you want to pursue, you have to structurize it. You have to structurize how you're going to develop yourself. Is it for you to read on that career? Is it for you to study hard, make researches, meet people, get mentors, both offline and online, both meeting them in person and, of course, reading through their books, which I do most of the time. Of course, you can't meet all your mentors. You can't meet all of them. Now, people say, oh, no, someone that you can't meet, you don't have personal relationship with, is not mentoring you. That is a big lie. Don't be deceived by that. You can be mentored by reading through books these people have written. If you find this person, oh, this person is good in marketing and I want to learn more marketing, then you read their books and you get to know them. You get to know how they were able to, I want to go into buying and selling. I love how Sam Walton has done Walmart. Then you go into reading about Sam Walton. There are so many books he has written. There are so many books other people have. I want to be like Jeff Bezos. I want to be rich. Like, these people have written books. Then you start to genuinely follow those tracks. You get books to read. You are intentional about whatever you are giving in. Now, going back to you going to routine and all. After you have structurized your routine, of course, it aren't going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. Today, you pick up the book and tomorrow you'll be like, let me just drop this book somewhere, Jerry. But you just have to do it. Consistency is needed in us developing ourselves. Because let me tell you, this body does not want any stress. The body just wants you to lie down somewhere, sleep, enjoy yourself and eat. But you're not going to grow that way. You're not going to grow. So for you to grow, you have to get out of your comfort zone. You have to get out of your comfort zone. And for me, this is the best way I describe getting out of comfort zone is people who go for hiking and all, people who go for real sports. or maybe just you even jumping down from a plane. Now, at the moment while you are sitting on that plane, you are very comfortable. If you have watched those who jump out of the plane and go through the hiking process, you sit down, you're so comfortable, you're enjoying the breeze, everything is coming. Now, the task for you to jump down, that is where the fear comes in. And fear is one of the important things that we have to look into. And of course, we have to shave away. Now, you're not looking at it to dwell in heat. You're looking at it to shave it away. When you sit down on that aeroplane, you are, of course, already at the door, waiting to fly down. As you are trying to limp, you see that fear coming so high in your heart, and you're like, no, I can't do this, let's stop. And immediately, you see yourself jumping down. Enjoy the moment after your comfort zone. Of course, it was not easy for you to jump down, but you were able to. Which means that for you to develop yourself, after you have gone through everything, of course, Tolulope has enlightened us on how we can build our brands, how we can do all of this. You have to remove this thing called fear that will make you consistent in whatever you have gathered to develop yourself. So please, we don't have all the time on the show, but of course, I think that the little things we have said should enlighten you, should make you learn. For those of us that don't know the things we have said before, and for those of us that even know, at least you would relearn and be awakened again to remember, oh, that's true, I know about this, why am I not doing it? And even for those of us that, we have been thought about some things that, I'll just do whatever I have. I'll just do things that they come day by day. I don't have to develop myself. This is an opportunity for you to unlearn whatever wrong things you have learned. Tolulope, let's.
We don't have all the time. Much of the time. Probably we'll have to continue in the next episode. But before leaving, so this episode would not look like a motivational session. Yeah. Now, this is what I'm going to say. What are the things you need to do to develop yourself? You need to attend seminars. When you attend seminars, you meet like-minded that are doing great things. You will be inspired to do greater things.
Yes.
Now, you have to be willing to pay for classes. You have to be willing to pay for sessions. You have to be willing to pay for workshops.
When give out so you can receive.
Exactly. Go for international meetings that are doing exactly what you wanted to do. Go all out for whatever you want to do to improve yourself.
Tolulope, so that people are not scared and say, how am I going to go for international meetings? Now, there are so many meetings we can go to online. There are so many things happening on Zoom. There are so many spaces you can join to train yourself, to build yourself.
You don't necessarily have to be there in London, but you can join through online.
You can join through online.
Everything is there for you. So we have all the resources for you to develop yourself and be a best version of yourself. So that will be the end of today's episode.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us. Of course, it's always a pleasure having you all watch us here on Beyond the Surface. We're so happy that you're tuning in. Thank you so much. Yes, it's a wrap. We don't have all the time, of course.
A special appreciation to our executive producer Abdul Rashid Folaranmi
and Lasso Oyebayo. Thank you so much. And of course to our amiable producer Mr. Olushola Ogunleye. Thank you so much for your support and everything you're doing for Beyond the Surface. See you next time on Beyond the Surface. Bye bye.